I bought 150-day-old chicks, and for the next 30 days, I put everything on the line to raise them. I literally stopped working, stopped doing everything that I had to do for these 30 days to focus solely on the farm. What happened during those 30 days almost made me quit farming completely. Losses, mistakes, unexpected results, and one decision that changed everything. If you're thinking of starting poultry farming, you need to watch this till the end. Welcome to Slick Farms, where we show you the real side of farming, not just the success, but the struggles, the mistakes, and lessons that actually make you money. In this video, I am breaking down my full 30 days journey raising 150 pullets. That's 150 Issa Brown pullets. What worked, what failed, how much I've spent so far, and whether it was actually profitable. So we're going to be discussing all these guys. Let's get into it. Day one. The chicks, if I could remember, arrived very early in the morning. They were small, very small, of course, just a little bigger than an egg, fragile and very sensitive. And at this stage, one mistake can wipe the whole flock out. You can literally lose everything just by making one mistake. So I made sure that the brooder was ready. The temperature in the brooder was controlled. I had to ensure that the temperature was very good, just okay for them, to ensure that they come into a good breeding room. And there was water and feed readily available before I bring the birds in. And of course, before doing all that, I had ensured that the wood scrape is ready and also the room is well sanitized. So the first 24 hours are the most dangerous. Hence, you need to get yourself very prepared. You need to get yourself ready before bringing in your flocks. Day 2 to day 7. This is the critical stage. This is where things got intense. Temperature control became a daily battle. We had to control the temperature in the midnight and at all times. If it's too hot, the birds scatter, and if it's too cold, they pile up and die. And yes, I made a mistake here. I didn't adjust the heat properly one night. You know, I slept off. I forgot to adjust the heat properly. Of course, I'm human. And by morning, I lost a chick. That hit very hard. The next day also, within the 7 days, I lost another chick. And of course, you know, in this business, every single loss is money gone. I learned a lesson here, which is what? To always monitor my brooder, especially at night. Feeding and growth. Feeding is where most of your money goes. From day 1 to day 30, I used the broiler starter feed. I also ensure there is clean water in their pen daily, and I gave them supplements for stronger growth. But of course, we all know feed is expensive. And this is where I started thinking, how do big farmers actually make profits with this cost? A bag of broiler starter feed, though we are not into broiler, what we're rearing is layers, but we used broiler starter so they can pick up on time, so they can grow faster, you know, for the first few weeks. So I asked myself this question: how do big farmers actually make profits in this business? How do they cut costs if a bag of feed is around 22,400 naira? That question led me to exploring alternative feed methods. So I found out about the black soldier fly farming, which is something I've been experimenting for some time now. I'll be making other videos regarding the black soldier fly farming, so you guys can learn how to reduce your feed costs drastically while using black soldier fly as a source of protein in your farm. Now let's talk about the hygiene and management that was in place during our 30 days. One thing I took very seriously in the farm is cleanliness, because of course we know diseases can wipe out your entire investment. So I made sure that the litter was changed regularly. As a matter of fact, I do that almost every 2 days. In less than 48 hours, I change the litter. If you're using carton, ensure you change it as they poo, because the more they eat, the more they also grow, they continue to poo. So I ensure also that the water was always clean. The environment stayed dry, completely dry. No mushy ground, no wet grounds. Of course, healthy birds, they grow faster when you do this. And faster growth leads to faster profits. Day 14 to 21. We started observing noticeable changes in the birds. By the second and third week, the difference was extremely clear. They were bigger, stronger, more active, And of course, at this point, they were beginning to grow feathers. So looking back, at this point, I knew I was on the right track, but I was still watching closely because, of course, in poultry farming, you can never lose guard. Anything can still go wrong. Now, from that day to day 30, here is the moment everyone is waiting for. You all want to know what happened on day 30. After 30 days, out of the 150 chicks, I had 147 birds alive. So we lost 3 birds out of the 150 birds we stocked in the farm. Their size, of course, they are healthy and uniform. And the feed consumption during this period was 4 bags, 25 kg each. Of course, they waste feed all the time. During this period, you can only reduce waste, but it's inevitable. Definitely, the birds will be wasting food at this stage. So unfortunately, I could not keep a clean record and I lost 3 pullets within the first 30 days. Other birds are healthy and doing well as of this time of recording. And this is the truth. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. What is the total cost breakdown? I'll be telling you how much we spent. So far so good running these 150 pullets. Here is roughly what I spent. Chicks, 1 piece of Isa Brown day-old pullets now in my location is 3,250 naira. The prices may vary depending on your location in Nigeria. So we bought 150 pieces for the challenge, and total amount for the birds is 472,000 naira, 472,500 naira. The feed was 3 bags of feed, and it was 22,400 naira each. So total amount spent on feed was 67,200 naira. Medication, we vaccinated them 3 times. Of course, you know the Lasota first, the Gomboro second, and on the 21st day you vaccinate them of Lasota again, the second strain. So for the 3 vaccines, we spent 7,500 naira. For multivitamins and antibiotics, we spent 5,000 naira. And of course, when you want to vaccinate them, you know you need to apply powdered milk, which is a tradition that we normally ensure we put in place whenever we're brooding. So we added powdered milk to the vaccination water, and the cost for the powdered milk is 1,500 naira. The setup. We spent on charcoal. Of course, you know when you're brooding, it's either you're having a heat lamp or the charcoal, or the environment is very, the environment is normal. Is as per what is recommended. Okay, we spent 6,000 naira on charcoal. Transportation is 12,500 naira. Drinkers 6,000 naira. Feeders 6,000 naira. Why the drinkers and feeders are almost uniform is because, of course, they are plastic, so they sell per piece 1,000. We bought 6 drinkers and 6 feeders for this project. Brooding plastic bag, of course, to cover the brooding area, because where we used is a very big room, so we had to split it in 2. Then we used this brooding plastic bag. Okay, then wood scrape on the ground, and sometimes we change from wood scrape to carton sometimes when they mess it up. So we spent 15,000 naira for the brooding plastic bag, the wood scrape, and the cartons. Okay, total amount of money spent on this project so far so good, aside land and the structure of the pen itself, is 599,200 naira. So now here is a key question. What is profitable? At this stage, not fully yet. Okay, because pullets are a long-term investment. We're not making any profits at this stage. The real profit comes when they start laying eggs. That is when we'll determine if we've actually made profit or loss. That's when we'll break even. So what are the lessons learned so far? If I could start all over again, of course, I would monitor the temperature more closely. I would not sleep off like the other day I slept off and I lost 2 birds the following morning. And of course, I would plan my feed cost better. By then, I would have the black soldier fly already inculcated in their feeding routine, and I'll reduce waste. Okay, in the brooding pen. I also consider alternatives like the black soldier fly, because small mistakes in poultry farming goes a long way. You lose a lot of money. It turns into big losses. So was this 30 days challenge worth it? Yes, because now I understand the system better and I'm ready to scale. Okay, this business is a business of scaling. Don't start, even when you have the money, don't start with 1,000 or 5,000 birds at the same time because you can afford them. So if you want me to show you full profit when they start laying, how to reduce feed costs, or how to start your own poultry farm, drop a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Slick Farms, because here we grow farms. Thank you for watching this video, and guys, see you on the next one. Peace out.